So if you want to see what 9,200 gallons per hour flowing in a 4-foot tank looks like, this is it. You have a quiet one water pump at about 750 gallons per hour, 0 feet ahead. There might be a little slight head pressure now that we put the Grow Greenie Venturi onto the water pump itself. You have 3 of these water pumps, which are pumping over 2,500 gallons per hour twice. That's what they're rated at. I'm not really sure. Let's say if they're only 1,500 gallons per hour though. So then this tank still has about 7,000 gallons per hour going through it. You have the Fluval FX6 in the back. Let me see if you can get a better shot right there. With the original Grow Greenie running, with the extender tube on it. And as you can tell, I took the extender tube off of this Grow Greenie, and the overall velocity increased a little bit. So what we're trying to reach is super saturation for oxygen, which is absolute necessity for plecos that live in tanks with temperatures this high. But more importantly, plecos that come from a rapids environment. And that's what we're looking to recreate. I'm not all too worried about the aesthetic look. I'm looking to create an environment where these fish thrive and breed. The Medusa plecos are starting to show some activity. There are a couple pairs in here that are showing a lot of attention to one another and are hanging out. And it all started with 7 days of water changes. And I started giving them some prawn on a kebab, which they feed on at night. There's an automatic feeder here, which puts out some pellet foods that are pretty much specific to carnivorous plecos like Medusa plecos. And then I keep the zucchini in there for the group of 5 golden nuggets that reside in this tank. There are, I think, 6 Medusa in this tank total, with only 2 actual adult pairs, and I believe the other 2 are just juveniles. So far, we're starting to see some activity like we've been seeing off and on, but after 7 days of cooler water changes every day straight, and the feeding of protein, high protein foods, I'm hoping that we can get some of these females to start becoming, I'm going to call them gravid, even though that's probably not the term. It's a reptile term, but produce eggs and eventually get trapped by one of the males in the caves. Now, there's a lot of rock work in this tank, of which the rock work is where all the plecos hide. They very rarely use these caves, but I put these caves in here just in case these fish find them easier to trap and then you know, also secure eggs. So we'll follow up on this video before I go away, and we will see what happens, what transpires. So hopefully we'll get the Medusa, since they are the only adult fish in the tank, to spawn first. The golden nuggets are still too young, but we'll see what happens. Ron from FunctionBuilt-Aquatics. Stay tuned for more. Rio Jingu Tribute Aquarium. See ya.